Mō tēnei kaupapa, mutunga te mai o te awa te mihianga.
Ngā mihi.
Koe no ka kotahi atu ki ngā pāka, so ko te pāka tuatahi. E hia ngā tāngata ka kuhu mai ki e nei pēti ka pipi i ngā kai henua iāri henua. How many people go through these gates?
Toru tekau me te whātekau, ki te haere mai ki te tiki ngā kai. Ai, yeah, usually I'd say 30 to 40 whānau members on average. Ai.
Ki a koe, hara te wairua ka rano nei te wai a koe, kua tua nei ngā kai ki ngā whānau. How does it feel to be able to provide your community?
He mahi rangatira tēnei, ki te whātukai ki te whānau, wiki, tērā wiki, it's wider we're building. It's something that to be able to provide kai to our whānau, especially during these times of Omicron and of hardship, it's awesome. So, it's work. We don't sell any of our kai. It's all for the love, and I guess that's what we get back. So that's the best feeling, getting the aroha and the gratitude from the whānau and wider community.
Tāna ki tēnei kaupapa o te marakai, ka pēhea te ngā whanunga, ka pēhea te whakahoki kōrero kia koutou e tāna ki ngā whānau ka piki kai. How has this initiative been received by the people, by the hoteli and by the youth?
Our whānau love it. I guess the use of the whenua has been a massive thing that they've really been happy with and agreed on. Before it was a pony club, so I guess now there hasn't been a marakai or an area that we've had significant kai growing for nearly over 100 years. So the whānau are really stoked with it. They're able to come and get their organic fresh greens. It's like having their own North Shore Farrow type place, but in their own backyard. So yeah, I think they really love it, and we've only got positive feedback from them, so ai.
Hei āpiti atu ki tērā, tokohia, ki o whakaaro, tokohia ngā whānau ka whai hua i tēnei kaupapa. How many people of whānau are you feeding?
I'd say more than Kotahiro, so yeah, easily more than 100 per week in regards to harvest. Like I said earlier, there's usually about toru tekau, te whātekau that do come to pick it up, but then obviously they're getting it for their whānau and taking it back, so you multiply that by 3 to 4 times, so yeah, over 100 people easily are getting fed by our kai every week.
Ki o whakaaro anō hoki, hana te rere kētanga o tēnei marakai, ki tērā o era atu marakai, tērā i te mission, or commission.
Yep.
What's the difference with this initiative?
I guess with this initiative, the difference between us and the missions and other places, yes, we are providing kai to those in need, but we do prioritise our iwi and our whānau predominantly first, but we don't discriminate. We do give out to the wider community. Like I mentioned before, we do actually give our overflow kai to the city mission and the free guys who are based out in Avondale as well, so they're another free type kai supermarket for whānau in need. So yeah, I don't know, I think what's awesome and a little bit different about us is that we're whānau run and iwi run, so we are the iwi for the iwi and the community. So yeah, it's one thing working with workmates, but when you're working with whānau, tino miharo.
Mea whakamutunga i te kōrero koutou mo te whakau i ngā tikanga i ngā tukuihotanga o te maramataka. Ka pēhea tō koutou whakau i era mo tēnei marakai. You're using traditional methods. How does that connect you more to the land and your
yeah, I'd say it definitely does. Everything that we do here is based around the maramataka. So we've been driving in a lot, learning our different phases. I've also learnt that there are different maramataka regions. So in Tamaki we try to have a more Orake based maramataka. So I've worked alongside our Toitaia team that have kind of helped, I guess, broaden our knowledge on it. It really affects the way that we mahi. For example, we'll only have certain days that we'll plant. So when it's a rako nui or when it's a great day of planting in high energy levels, those are the times that we'll often plant. And other days where it's not most favourable to plant, we'll look on the other hand and go, okay, well it's not a planting day, so it must be a maintenance day where we'll pull weeds, or a harvest day, for example. So we're still able to work around the on and off days and use our different energy days accordingly. But I guess it's really important because the design of our garden, of our mara, is based around the maramataka. The porofita shape is basically the phases of the moon. We are going to get a moon dial and a sundial down in the middle of the Mara. So that's a little bit more to come, but it's really one of our philosophies that we try to really adhere by, and as it te tika and pono too, I guess. Yeah.
Mea whakamitinga mō ngā iwi mō ngā hapori e hiahia te ana te whai i tēnei o ngā ara for iwi communities that want to go down this path and create a maraka for their communities. He kōrero whakatena tēnā ari, do you have any encouraging words for those iwi?
I definitely do. Whānau, look, we've got lots of places that are just mowing strips. You know, we've got lots of whenua that could be utilised a lot better. Back of Marae, for example, instead of having the uncles and the cousins out there on the mowers and the weed eaters, we could have that planted out. I guess any place you can grow kai, really. We've shown examples of that with our tipu bag example. Like we've had little tipu bags for whānau that don't have a big backyard, and they're able to have the soil in there and just plant their start. So I guess it's more about planting and less about the talking side of it, I guess. It's an educational thing for our tamariki, and I think it's something that we should all be really getting into. So my words of encouragement to the wider whānau and iwi across the motu would be, if you've got a strip of grass and you have to mow it, stop the mowing by growing. Well, that little one.
Love it.
Oh no.